Hi guys, if you're here for the first time, I am sharing videos from people that I interviewed who are TikTok viral. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I had planned on trying to go viral in 1 week. It was a challenge that was presented to me. I'd planned on doing it, but 2021, 2022, everything just hit really hard and I just never had a chance to do it. But I interviewed some amazing people who have gone viral and they gave me some great tips and tricks. And so I thought it was really important that I still share those interviews. Maybe it will help you out. And today I'd like to introduce you to CLAYLACEYMEDIA. Now, his channel is so fun. He is a police officer and he shares some crazy police officer experiences. He also talks about like haunted, scary things. He talks about true crime.
Scariest Things Police Have Seen, Part 46. This was sent to me by a nephew of a trucker who had an encounter with a police officer. This trucker was driving on Highway 152 in California. He got pulled over by a highway patrol officer. It was odd though, because the police vehicle looked like an older 80s model unit. The officer gave him a ticket and left. Later on, the trucker went to the courthouse to fight the ticket. The judge looked at the ticket, got up and asked, "Do you think this is a joke?" The trucker said, "Why?" The judge told him that the officer's name and ID number used on the ticket belonged to an officer that had died on that freeway almost 40 years earlier.
Things that I'm obsessed with, and I am just so happy for him that he has been able to find success on TikTok with this. I think he's over 2 million subscribers at this point. Yay, Clay. I want you to check him out. This is my interview with him. It was so fun, and I appreciate all of his great insight. Here we go. Hi, I am here with Clay Lacey. Clay, can you tell us what your username is on TikTok?
Yeah, so my name's Clay. My TikTok account name is CLAYLACEYMEDIA.
Yes, and Clay does all kinds of really cool videos. I feel like his channel kind of started with like talking about crazy things that happen to police officers, but it's kind of evolved into like now there's like paranormal activity. It's all awesome, like cool stuff that I'm so into. So he talks about paranormal things, all kinds of really, really cool, fun things. So check him out. And Clay, how many followers, is it called followers on TikTok?
It is, yes.
Okay, how many followers are you at now on TikTok?
Just hit 2 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Congratulations. I would like for you to try to help me out. If I'm going to try to go viral on TikTok in 1 week, what would you suggest? What are your top 5 ideas for possibly trying to go viral in 1 week on TikTok?
Well, definitely. Well, first off, let me say TikTok is so weird, okay? The algorithm is, no one understands it. Once they start to understand it, then they switch it up. So you feel like you're on a roll and things are going good, and they switch it up and you're like, why am I not getting very many views? So first off, a lot of it depends on that algorithm, but there's a few tricks to to understand it, I guess, and again, to be consistent. So that kind of is my first tip would be consistent.
Okay.
I think it's important to create a schedule for how often you post. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Trying to grow quick, you got to post a few times a day, and that's really, really hard to do. But if you stick with it, that's basically sometimes you create the same kinds of videos and one does great and then the other one it doesn't, and you wonder why. But a lot of times it's just about getting it out there, and because only a small percentage of your followers actually see your videos.
Okay.
Yeah, but the second tip I would give is to find your niche, and that can be really hard to do. And I'm still figuring it out. Okay. So, and you kind of brought it up a little bit. Just an example of, for my account, I started off doing these cop comedy sketches, essentially. It was during the pandemic. I worked for a school police office, and right when the pandemic hit, all the kids were gone from school and there just wasn't a lot to do. And so I went on TikTok and I said, oh, this might be a good way to, interact with people, because all the kids had TikTok and told me about it and things like that. And so I jumped on there, and one of my videos did pretty well. And then about a couple of weeks later, one blew up. It was, there was a trending audio or a trending song on TikTok. I picked that. I had kind of a funny idea how to incorporate it into the pandemic. And it blew up, and I had, I think I got about 100 to 200,000 followers within a couple of weeks after making that. I think it's just important when you're finding your niche to see how you stand out from other content creators out there. Make a list, a list of things that, you're passionate enough to talk about, things that, you think are funny, things that you don't find funny, and make videos about those things, and just experiment. My next tip, which is know your audience. Find out what they want to see you. They're following you for a reason, and engage with them. Build fans that are going to stick around. I think one of the best examples of that is, you can love him or hate him, but Logan Paul, okay, that guy, he's quite the personality, but he started with Vine, I think, and then created a huge following on Vine, and then switched over to YouTube, and now he's one of the biggest YouTube stars there is, and he's carried that following to a professional sports career. So, and they just, to the point where you can love him or hate him, but you know who he is.
Right.
And he gets paid either way. So I think it's just important to have that fan base and just keep growing. And that way, say TikTok does flop, you can go to the next thing.
Right.
And just have an audience that really cares about you and wants to see what you do.
Okay.
My next tip would be to research trends and learn the tactics of what's going viral.
Okay.
See what kind of, you gotta, unfortunately, you gotta spend a lot of time on TikTok to research it. I'm bad at that because I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok just watching stuff. I just don't. And so that's why I'm glad where my channel has gone, because I don't really have to research stuff.
Yeah.
But see what's working for other people, and see, in going back to, finding your niche, see how you can incorporate that, not steal their content, but make it your own. Because a lot of times, chances are it's been done before, you know, but it's all about your voice and what you can add to it.
Yeah.
And then there's specific things like the hook, the hook to get people engaged in your video, starting with a question, starting with a shocking statement, something like that. Those kind of tactics and researching that will really help.
Okay.
And then I'd say the fifth tip I have is to improve your video making skills. Essentially, that's what TikTok is. It's a video sharing program. And if you can learn some basics of filmmaking, as far as what angles are interesting, the lighting to use, just visual storytelling in general, that is going to go a long way.
Clay, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much for this interview. We ended up talking forever afterwards about so many things. He is gonna go so far. He's also a filmmaker and has created these incredible short films and keeps winning awards left and right. I see so much happening for his future. So thank you, Clay, for giving me your time. I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more of these interviews, let me know and I'll try to hook up with some more friends that are doing really, really well on TikTok and give you their tips and tricks. I appreciate you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.